So, as we said, first we look at setup.
Yeah.
Stance width for me, a little bit on the narrow side. Now, look at that there, just a quick thing. The toes sometimes get a bit turned in, which again will restrict hip turn, okay? So having the feet flared out a smidge.
I've tried to do.
Yeah, I think as you just got wide, they kind of opened out, which is a good thing in some ways. So yeah, okay, we could argue that's a smidgen wider than we'd want to get to, so we could go a little bit closer. But I think I'd rather edge it a bit too wide in practice, and then when you go to play, you kind of go back to a more comfortable, slightly narrow. We're talking like an inch or two, okay? Didn't want to go back anywhere near that. That to me, if I just saw that there, I'm thinking 50, 60 yard shot, pitch shot kind of thing, Not a lot of movement's going to come from there, because if you did move, you're going to fall over, So what would happen is your knee would then have to go towards the golf ball. As you went back, there wasn't really any hip turn.
It's funny, because all of these things that you say are negatives, ball going towards, knee going towards the golf ball and all that sort of stuff. If you watch the right videos, they're telling you to put that left knee towards the golf ball, that shoulder down towards the golf ball. So I am purposely.
The thing is, what you're actually trying to do is what you're doing, which isn't bad. It means you can do what you want to do, but what you're trying to do is not what you want to try and do. If that makes sense. Too many do's in there, to be fair. But trying to put that knee towards the goal. We look at all the tall players; that their knee's not going to go forwards that way, and because if your knee goes down, where's your head going to go?
So where's your left knee is going?
Your left knee goes sort of a 45-degree angle towards, almost like your... Yeah, exactly, Basically, if you get yourself in your golfing posture there now and lean forward, if I sort of just turn your hips now this way, where'd your knee go? It kind of goes over there, doesn't it? If you sort of keep it there and just sort of lock it that way, this hip can't move anywhere.
You feel all your weight going forward as well.
Exactly, and then you get that collapsing look to your legs, So your knee's going to move in towards sort of in that direction, down towards between the foot and the golf ball, as this hip rotate. And this is what, for me, I like to actually look at what we're trying to move. I want your shoulders and hips to kind of rotate around you, and when they go behind you, all this down here kind of follows. This is when you think if you're swinging the golf club this way, right side now is leading. So if I'm facing here, this is the furthest, this is the leading part of the golf swing, so that's moving, this is all going to follow. If I try and move this foot, I can collapse. This ain't moving anyway. So if the lead side of the golf swing is not working, the trail side can kind of crunch up, and you get sort of like very compressed look to your swing. So when you go back, your knees aren't moving, your backswing is more lifty, as you said, and not really much shoulder turn there. Hence why when you've actually had a couple of good strikes and the ball's jumped up a bit in terms of yardage. Okay, this swing now it feels more driver setup.
It does.
But as you go back now, you're able to turn. You're actually creating a bit of a spine angle lean there, okay? The knees sort of moving in nicely towards the golf ball, and this hip now is rotating around you. You've created a bit of space there as you've gone back, so you moved away from that. So now when you get here, now we can start moving the lower half towards top. Now you get a bit with the top half, okay? What we've got to try and do, we'll look at this now in a bit more detail. I'm going to draw a line on here now, which will represent basically the wall we're going to go up against. We want your hip to move towards that wall without your head getting too close, There needs to be space now for your impact there. That's not too bad anyway. That's just after impact, and your hands now getting a bit more towards impact. Sorry, just a bit ahead of the golf ball. Head's not bad there. It is still getting a little, which is going to get you a bit more over the top and a bit steeper.
And it's because I've gone past and then I go backwards.
Well, exactly, and then you've got to try and judge that. I mean, you're sort of going, it's like there's too many variables there that could go wrong, okay? And then sort of here now you're backing up as you go through. And then through to not bad follow through. It looked nicely in balance there, so nothing really wrong with that to sort of worry about really. But that first movement now is going to be the key thing. Get that right hip moving on the way back, so your right shoulder's getting behind your head. You're actually getting some, as you said, you're kind of feeling it in the back of your leg there, because now you're actually making a move. I can feel a bit more of the hamstring, because if in the past you just basically squatted, or using your quads, you weren't really using the hip and the glutes and the back of your leg there to try and create that movement on the way back. So getting your hips and your body to move effectively from a stance that enables you to do that. I don't think you could have really done it from there that comfortably, without really sort of losing balance, especially on a golf course like yours. It's a bit undulating anyway, If you're going to struggle to move on the flat lie, put yourself on a hill, you're going to struggle, okay? Does that make sense,
It does,
Good.